Hello guys, Fuzzfinger here and welcome back to Final Fantasy 13-2. So today we're going to be completing another optional area to unlock our next Paradox ending, which is found in the Sunlit Waterscape 300 AF. So as with the Brescia Ruins, go there on the Historia Crux and close the gates. And we will be fighting the giant Flan again, only this time, as with Atlas in the last Paradox ending, we won't be weakening it before we do so. So I'm just going to skip ahead through these cutscenes since we've seen them once already. Now you remember from last time, you'll take control of Noel, regardless of who was your party leader beforehand. So do as it says, follow Sarah, and we're going to be having two fights with the giant Flan. The first fight is the same as it was before. It should be very easy at this stage in the game, but then we engage it immediately again afterwards without weakening it first, and it is a lot stronger.
Wow. That is one
As before, I am going to have to edit out the Paradox ending itself, unfortunately, since YouTube flags it as copyrighted content and blocks the video. It is unfortunate, but it's important that I'll show you how to do the walkthrough. That's the main thing,
I can't believe it.
since you do collect a fragment for every Paradox ending you undertake. So this is the first battle. We're obviously well overpowered for it. Just burn it down quickly, and that's basically it for this.
Get close, I'll cover you. Don't be a fool.
Again, you might want to do the cinematic actions if you screwed them up last time to collect the item. And Snow is your commando for this, so you can just use 3 Ravagers and he will keep the chain bonus high while you build it up with your Ravagers. I remember the first time we did this fight, actually, we came to it a little bit early, didn't we? So that we could get the new Moogle ability, and it was a lot tougher than it was this time. It took about 10 minutes before. But we've made a lot of progress since then, and when you return to the earlier areas and redo them, you can just see how much progress you have actually made with your characters. And we're really getting through our fragments now. Once we've done this, if you've been following the video all the way through and done everything I've done, you'll have 113 fragments. So, you know, really close now to collecting our 160. And when you've got 160, you've pretty much finished the entire game, including every optional part to it. With all these fragments we've collected, we're going to be well set up for the final story, the final part of the main story. We're going to be nicely powerful with Noel and Sarah, and a nice selection of monsters as well.
Let's go. Yeah. Hit it hard.
But again, I'm just going to skip through these cutscenes. We don't need to see them again. You can choose a different live trigger if you want to see a different conversation
In any case,
than that previously. But I just want to get to the Paradox ending now, so I'm going to skip again. And you want to follow the east path towards the Flan. So if you remember the last time we did this, we was doing everything we can to avoid this Flan now. You'll want to set up try Disaster Paradigm, which is 3 Ravagers, because this boss has lots of adds, little Flans, that heal him constantly. So the trick to killing him is to first of all build his chain bonus up as high as you can. He can't be staggered, but you can certainly build his bonus up really high, and then go for an all-out assault to kill him quickly through his heals and whatnot. So Synergist is obviously useful to get some buffs going. So I'm going to keep the superiority paradigm as my default, so I can get some buffs going at the start with maybe some debuffs. And make sure you have your defensive paradigm as well, since it does do some damaging attacks, which you'll want to quickly avoid by switching to that tortoise paradigm. And when you're ready, you can engage the boss.
we can't win this. Not now.
Noel looks like he's up for it. I say we give it a shot and see what happens, huh?
Now it can be quite a lengthy encounter. That's perfectly normal. So the basic strategy, as I mentioned, is get that chain bonus of the boss up to as high as possible, about 600 to 700%, and then you'll be ready to switch to your commandos to go for an all-out assault, and he should drop really quickly then. So switch between try disaster, which will really build his chain up quickly, and make sure you switch to a commando every now and then just to stabilise his chain bonus, otherwise it'll drop quickly. And then, as I say, switch to your aggression or 3 commandos once it's about 700%. If you're not quite as powerful as my party is at this boss, then you can still do it, but you'll probably want to build his chain bonus to probably even the maximum of about 900%, so that you do that enough damage to kill it through the heals that his little flank give him. Now that belch ability is very nasty, and that is when you'll want to switch to your defensive paradigm. I failed to do so there and took a lot of damage. So when you see him casting belch, switch as quickly as you can. He does like to debuff the party as well, so use your healers with a Suna to clear those debuffs, or remedies. Just don't let them stack up too much. And you can debuff the boss as well, which is useful. Like Atlas, who, although can be debuffed, has a very small percentage of those debuffs actually hitting him. So just be prepared to mitigate the boss's damage. There is a lot of it, but if you control the fight, then it shouldn't really be a problem. As you can see, we're definitely getting his chain up quite high now, so I'll be thinking about switching to... oh, there's Belch, so switch to Tortoise to absorb that. So I'll shortly be switching to my attack paradigm, as I call it, or highly offensive paradigm, and that will bring his health down really quickly. Let's get healed up. Get the synergist alive. Okay, let's just get his chain bonus up a little bit more. That should do now, so I'll go to aggression. Although probably I should have chose a paradigm that has 3 commandos in it rather than the Ravager as well, but aggression should do the job. Quivering Wrath, you'll want to switch to Tortoise for that as well. Very nasty ability. And now it's just a case of finishing him off. You don't need to worry about Snow, he can't be hurt or killed. At least, I've never seen him get killed, so I presume he can't be. And there we have it, 5-star rating, not too hard to achieve. And a new location, Sunleft Waterscape ? Will appear on the Historia Crux, and you can activate that to see the new Paradox ending, which unfortunately, as I mentioned, I can't show you, since the video will be taken down. And once the Paradox ending has finished, you'll get another fragment, and 10,000 CP.
Flan-controlled, Flan-friendly, and Flan-approved kingdom. Sarah and Noel once defeated a massive Flan, but the act triggered a paradoxical backlash and filled the breadth of Cocoon with gelatinous organisms. From among them rose the most powerful Flan to ever exist. The entire world quailed beneath its tyrannical pseudopod. Would all of Cocoon be devoured by this immense Flan potentate?
There we have it. So the last thing, well, close the gate first of all. Or open the gate rather, it was already closed. so that you can reach the rest of the Historia Crux once again. Everything will be reset to normal, back to how it was in that area. And the last thing to do now is to spend those Crystal Gem points we've been collecting. So you should have about 20,000 from the last 2 Paradox endings, 10,000 for each one. Make sure you have about 33,000 in total. 33,100 is actually what you need for this stage, and let's start spending those points and unlock the next expansion. Okay, so we'll start with Sarah as per usual. So we're going to start by putting a single point into the Ravager role. And then we're going to level the Sentinel to level 63, so 13 points into that. And finally, we want to invest 16 points into the Synergist role, levelling that to 35. And that will be enough then for Sarah to receive her expansion. And there isn't actually many bonuses left for us to accept, so we're going to go for the Sentinel bonus, since we are using Tortoise a fair bit. And let's go on to Noel. So for Noel, again, since we're using Tortoise a fair bit, we're going to want to put some points into his Sentinel. So let's go for 10 points in there, taking that to level 50. Okay, and now I want to put 17 points into his Saboteur role. We want to take that to level 54. And to finish off after that, we're just going to put 3 points into the Medic role. And that will give us Noel's expansion. And yes, we'll go for the Saboteur bonus boost number 2. And there we have it. That's the end of the second Paradox ending and some nice investments in the Crystarium. So from the next video we're going to be going back to the main storyline. We're going to get some of that done. We're well on our way to collecting all our fragments, and thank you for joining me. This has been Fuzzfinger. I'll see you next time.